Yo, so Bonfire Night, November the 5th, came and went, and shortly after that I felt to myself, might be a good time to replay Doctor Who The Gunpowder Plot. Now, for those who don't know, from 2010 till 2011, tie in with Matt Smith's time on the show, they released a series of five downloadable adventure games, story games you could download from the Doctor Who website and play to. They're essentially playable episodes. The five of them being City of the Daleks, Blood of the Cybermen, TARDIS, Shadows of the Vashnarada, and the final one, The Gunpowder Plot. Now, sadly, since Peter Capaldi came on as the Doctor, those episodes basically faded out, and you can't download them anymore, but for people who did download them are still able to play them. But I felt, with November the 5th coming and going, I felt it was about the right time to replay the last one, the Gunpowder Plot. The story essentially for this one is that while trying to get a Chinese takeout of the Lau dynasty, the Doctor, Amy and Rory subsequently bump another spaceship with the TARDIS, and subsequently they follow that ship only to discover it belongs to a race of creatures called Rutans, and their ship crash-landed, and now Parliament is built on top of it. They're subsequently hijacking the Gunpowder Plot in order to try and get their ship up and running again. This episode, once again, has quite a good voice cast for it. For example, you got Matt Smith, Karen Gillan, and Arthur Darvill, but also people like Phil Daniels, Dan Starkey, and television presenter Chris Johnson. It also, for I think the second time in Doctor Who history, shows the appearance of the Rutans. Because while the Sontarans have become kind of a staple of Doctor Who over the last few years, the Rutans only appeared once. They only appeared once in a story in 1977, the fourth Doctor episode, titled Horror of Fang Rock. That's the only time That's the only time I think they've ever ever actually appeared in Doctor Who itself. Whereas this time they're reintroduced and were actually properly shown the war between the Sontarans and the Rutans. The Rutans, as I said, have hijacked the Gunpowder Plot and are attempting to use Guy Fawkes, also his people Thomas Percy and Robert Catesby, in order to use them to help them. That their essential plan being that they need to destroy Parliament with the gunpowder, first of all to get Parliament off their heads, or off the heads of the spaceship, and secondly to provide enough explosive kinetic energy to allow them to take off. And subsequently you have to work as the Doctor, Amy and Rory in order to defeat Sontarans, Rutans, and ultimately help keep everybody happy, which isn't quite so easy when the Rutans also have a genocide doomsday weapon. Yeah, you find that one out later on. Once again, the story is it's classic, silly Doctor Who style, but I think that's true for for pretty much the other four games as well. They take quite a silly story, or something that would be so expensive they couldn't do it in regular Who, and they just have fun with it. It's a really fun episode to play through, and I suggest anyone who still has it on their computer have another playthrough of it. It's a good one to play at least once a year, especially around this time of year. So yeah, it's a good episode. I advise that people have a playthrough of it at least once a year. Stay in the festive spirit, especially before Christmas comes and a new episode begins. Anyway, go and replay the Gunpowder Plot.